Hello friends, welcome you back into this channel. So what I want to explain to you right now is how to configure account lockout policy on our Windows server. So how can we configure account lockout? So before I explain how to configure, what does account lockout does? Account lockout policy is the policy that we enable in our Windows servers to specify how many incorrect password attempts a user can put on a system before the system lock out for some more time before the employees can have access to log in again. So why are we doing that? Is to prevent what we call an brute force attack on our network, because if a bad guy tries to be trying a lot of possible password on our network and our system is not locking out, it can end up into something that we don't like. So that's the reason why we can configure this account lockout on our server, so that it's going to be preventing a brute force attack on our network. All right. So what we're going to be doing right now is to heading into how to configure this. The first thing is to open our server manager. So once you open our server manager, we need to go to where we have tools. Yes, we need to go to where we have tools. Hold on, we need to go to where we have tools. We need to go to where we have tools, right? So when we are in where we have tools, we need to come to where we have group policy management. So when we're in a group policy management, we're going to expand our forest, expand our domain, and we're going to right click on our domain name. We're going to create a new GPO. So we're going to name the GPO account lockout. And we're going to click on OK. So if I expand here, we're going to see the new GPO we created. We need to right click on it and click on edit. So right click on it and we click on edit. So when you click on edit, under computer configuration, we're going to expand policy. We expand Windows settings. Once we expand Windows settings, we're going to see a security settings here. We expand it. You're going to see account policy. So we'll click on it. You're going to see account lockout policy. So we're going to double click. Once you double click here, first thing we have here is the account lockout duration. If I double click here, how long do you want the system to lock out for anytime they are putting incorrect password? So here we're just going to share, let's use 3 minutes, because we are going to be verifying all those things. Click on apply and you click on OK. Account lockout threshold. This one means how many invalid password do you want them to put before the system lock out. So I'm just going to put 3 here. Click on apply and you click on OK. Here says reset account lockout counter after 3. Yeah, put it on 3 minutes. Okay, click OK and go back to the new created GPO. We need to right click and enforce. So once you right click and enforce, we need to head into our server cmd and type this command: gp update space /force to update the policy that we just made. So let's hold on for this guy. After we update, restart the server. Restart the server. So we need to do the same thing on the Windows 10 as well. Enter the CMD. Going to enter the CMD on the Windows 10. I'm going to type the same command, gp update /force. So gp update space /force. So let's wait for the machines. So here is my Windows and here is my server. So I'm going to log in back into my server. So let's wait for the Windows 10. Okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to restart this Windows 10. And we're going to be logging in back with a incorrect password. So we're going to be logging in back into this Windows 10 with incorrect password. We want to check if the policy we created is working or not. Let me close this Windows 10. I don't know why this guy is slow like this. Sorry for the delay. Let me restart the Windows 10. Okay. So if I try to log in back to this Windows 10, let me put incorrect password. First one is going to tell me password is incorrect. Try again. I tried the second time, it tell me the same thing. I tried the third time, it tell me the same thing. Let me try the fourth. You see the message. Anytime you put 3 incorrect password, you see the message that says the reference account is currently locked out and may not be logged on to. You are not going to be able to log in into the Windows 10 anymore until we reach that particular 3 minutes that I specify in the server. So we're going to hold on a little bit. We hold on a little bit here. Once the time is past 3 minutes, we're going to try to log in back into the server. So once the time is past 3 minutes, we're going to try to log in back into the server. So that's how you configured account lockout. And there's another thing I want to explain to you. The same place that we configured account lockouts, the same place we can configure password policy. For example, if I click on tools, I go back to my GPM, which is a group policy management. I expand the forest, expand domain, right click on the account lockout, goes to edit. Under computer, expand policy, expand Windows settings. You will see security setting, expand, and you're going to see account policy. So the same place we configure account lockout, the same place we configure account policy. So if you click on account policy, the first one say a false password history. If you define it is not good, put it on a 0 so that nothing is going to be remembered. If you put it on any number, it's going to be remembered. So the first thing here is good to put it on this like 6, so that anytime our employee use a number of password, anytime he wants to reuse that password, is not going to allow that particular person to reuse the password. Okay, click on apply and you click on OK. So you need to enforce password history, so that it's going to make sure that employees cannot use single password in 2 times. You cannot choose it. Okay, you cannot choose the same password 2 times. So the next one here is a maximum password age. This maximum password age here is going to explain how long you can use your password for until your password expire. That's the maximum password age. How long? For example, if you have a employee that is using a password, if he's using a password and the employee is a type that doesn't like to be changing password, how long the system going to force the employees to change the password? So you can change these things here to like 90 days, which means that in every 3 months the system is going to force the employees to change their password. In every 3 months, the system will force the employees to change their password. The next one here is a minimum password age. Minimum password age here is how many days can you be changing your password. Maybe you are a type that you like to be changing password for fun. If you change passwords today and tomorrow you still want to change a password, if I specify 30 days, it means that you can only change your password in every 30 days. That's the minimum password age. Maximum password age is how long you will use your password for before the system forces you to change your password. And minimum password age means that how many days do you allow to be changing password on the network. So we don't want you to be changing your password every day. We specify 30 here, which means that anytime you change your password this today, you need to wait for the next 30 days before you can change your password. The next thing here is a minimum password length. Minimum password length based on the characters you want. So I can say you must put like 12 characters. If your password is not up to 12 characters, it's not going to accept. So here says password must meet complexity requirements. You need to enable it, so that anytime the employee using a password that is not up to 12 character, both uppercase, lowercase, number and symbol, the system is not going to accept it. So this guy here says store password using reversible encryption. So this guy here is not good. Click on OK, just disable it, back, and you come here, right click on that policy, and you need to click on enforce. So once you click on enforce, update it. Anytime you log in back into the system, anytime any employee tries to change their password on the network, the system going to make sure that their password up to the complexity that we specify here before they can allow us to be using it. Okay, so let's test our account lockout back. So if I try to log in back with my normal password now, you're going to see that we are able to log in. So let's check. So let's check. Alright, as you can see, we are able to log in back into the Windows 10. So that's how you configured a lockout hour, a lockout policy, and a account policy. So that's how you configure lockout policy and account policy. So if you find this video useful, please do not forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification button. Bye for now.